Guys, it's Teresa gardening on the West Fork. And this time of year, July, is a time that a gardener can kind of relax. And believe it or not, your garden can survive without you, because I just got back from 4 days visiting a sister with my other sisters. There's 5 of us total. And yes, Reg, he knew that there's a few things we've just planted and they need watered, and he's probably done that, but we got some
You
good
left
rain.
me a list, quite detailed list, actually.
I did. I said plants to be watered daily.
This day and that day. And
yeah, what plants they were, where they're located, jugs of water beside them. The good news is we got a heavy rain while I was gone, filled up the water barrel and some extra jugs. He went out in the rain and filled up more jugs. That's what a good husband does. But I have just come out, and I told him he didn't have to deadhead anything, which is what I love to do anyway. So this is when I came out here today, we just got home a little while ago, and look at this. This is another daylily Savannah debutante. I love being surprised by my garden. Look at this beautiful doubled petaled daylily. I have, it's so nice you forget about what daylilies you have, and then you get home and you have bright sunsets about done. And that's what it looks like without my hand in the morning when I usually do these videos, deadheading, making it happy. But it's still beautiful because there's one left. That's the last one we're going to see of bright sunset. But look what happens. You have Savannah debutante. You have this beautiful Echinacea, and what is its name? Cheyenne. It's called Cheyenne Spirit.
Has some real color to it.
Really color. So like I said, I'm just looking at my garden for the first time since I got home. I couldn't wait. Reggie had the blind down where I usually sit to see. I think he did that on purpose so that I could be more surprised. But my goodness, to me, it looks like everything has doubled in size. The cosmos are just jumping. I am thrilled. I mean, the leafy things that are on all the fences, you can look at the
Morning Glory and the loofah.
I know the loofah over there has grown leaps and bounds, and I like how it looks on that fence. I love anything growing on that fence, and I'm going to be doing more of that. The green beans are gone crazy. It's just, I look at everything from this perspective, and everything's standing up so tall. It was tall when I left, and it just looks even more tall. Oh my goodness, I'm just thrilled with how everything has done without me in the garden. And that's the whole point of, talking to you guys right now. It's because you don't realize how your garden can live without you, and you can go away and you come back and it still looks like it survived. And I didn't have Reg come down here and do anything major, except this is my new hydrangea and my little limelight. And look, it's starting to get its white color. It hasn't wilted. We've had the temperature here today was what was it, Reg?
90.
90. Look, wait, you stay right there. I got to point out, before I left, we had deer back on the property because, they have to be fed too. And so I sprayed because they love my garden phlox sometimes, that bunch at the end up there. Look at the tall white garden phlox. Oh, and it smells heavenly. And this is the nicest we've seen, this lovely purple one, or light pink. And I don't remember their names, the varieties. They've gone everywhere with me when I've changed houses. But the morning glory vine wasn't going half the way up the pergola. It just adds that softness. The deep purple cosmos have doubled, it seems to me, since I left. The crocosmia this time of the evening, fantastic. But I thought I was going to come home and I was going to be sad. Oh, wait a second. My little shrub rose, Bonica shrub rose is blooming. I'm glad I sprayed that before I left because the deer love that. The center border, look at this larkspur. This is the first year I've had this kind of production.
Oh, the color's great too.
From the larkspur. So I'm hoping all these little seed heads produce more of them. It's easier to take little seedlings out than to have this kind of color this time of year. Loving it. And I'm all over the place because it's so good to get out of a car. I don't know the name of this echinacea, but it's dynamic. I don't see any blooms on Raguchi here, but the vine is still beautiful. I don't see any, do I see any green bean blossoms? Yep, I see blossoms right here. So we'll get some beans here in the next 2 weeks. You can't even see the sunflowers from
Well,
back here.
you know
Oh,
how
wait.
they've shot up like 3 foot.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. I don't know what variety these are because they were given to me by a friend. But look at the little heads. Hi, Midge. I haven't seen Midge since I got home, but I'm so glad. Hi, Midgie. It's good to see her. Swiss chard, we still haven't. We need to get some beans and greens. Maybe I'll cook that tomorrow for dinner. You kept, oh, good. You kept the, excuse me. I'm so excited to be home. There's no place like home but my, the golden Hinoki cypress. That rain helped. You can see it's got a little bit of sunburn on it.
Yeah.
But we've had some really hot days. This is its first season. It will acclimate. It's made for the sun. So it's looking gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm just impressed with how everything looks. We'll keep looking at it. You know, the shade garden just does great, even in the heat, particularly after heavy rain. Oh, wait, I see some blooms on my Zephyr and Druin. Fabulous. Oh, and a lot of people won't agree with me, but I came in and used a little spray paint on the Astilbe blooms because I wanted a little brightness back in there. I thought it wouldn't look too fake if I just did a few, but it might look too fake, and I can always cut them off. Oh, I can't get over how everything is looking so lifted. When I left, everything looked so hot, and that rain's amazing. But you can see how the daylilies wilt. But they don't look that bad. You know, I seldom get, when I'm here, I get up every morning and I deadhead because I'm afraid it's going to look so yucky and I don't like to see it looking yucky. But from a distance, you don't notice all the little wilted heads of your daylilies.
Well, I've got to tell you, that chore
was
not on the list.
It was not on the list.
Okay.
I didn't want you to have to do that because it's a chore that someone who doesn't have the love of the daylilies and how they look, they don't want to do it. It doesn't make sense to them. You would say that I was OCD, not ATD.
No.
Look at this garden phlox against this black. Oh, I'm loving this. Oh, and the other thing that I haven't pointed out for a while is my Verbena bonariensis. I just love seeing these coming up. There's some back here that haven't. There's one coming up there. They're just popping out everywhere now with this heat, which I really like how they're just airy and they kind of get lost in the crowd of all the other. You can see some in here where my Echinacea have. What's happened to the Echinacea here? Tomorrow I'll spend a little more time. It's splitting up. I need to get in there and clean that up.
Well, either deer or cat got in there.
Yeah, the cat's
see it. You can see how things been trampled down back there.
Yeah, but I don't see that. If it was a deer, the daylily buds will be eaten off.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened back in there. There's some destruction, but it's okay because it just looks lovely. I am thrilled that you can go away and here you are. This just has, the rain helped this so much. I thought for sure I'd come back tonight and have to start watering the shade garden because I've been gone for a while, but it's held up with that rain. Yeah, you think, did we get an inch of rain this week?
I don't know.
But the rain barrel was empty.
Completely empty.
Completely empty. And Reggie said within 30 minutes, full. And then he went down, such a kind person.
50 gallon though, I mean, come on.
I know, and then put together, I brought back some jugs for my sisters because the more you have, the better it'll be. This is the garden phlox, the tall garden phlox that was kept being eaten off. But here it comes back, it's blooming. And what I'm looking at is you have smaller blooms, but there's going to be a bunch of them if the deer stay off of this. Like I said, I sprayed again. But anyway, I like seeing that it survived without me, and Reggie survived my list of things to do. That it just looks like everything has just blossomed so much better and grown so much taller. It's good to get away from your gardens. You come back it's good to get away from your spouse every now and then. It's good to get away from your house.
I didn't like it.
Because you come back so much more appreciated. I mean, you look at things like, wow, this is lovely. You know, you forget because you see it every day, you might take it for granted. So don't do that. Don't take it for granted. Take a little trip. It is July through August. Come back and you'll be pleased to see your passion and how it looks. So that's it for, I don't know what to call this video. Just being totally surprised by neglecting your garden for a few days. So thanks for watching. We'll see you the next time. Bye, guys.